Good morning everyone, and thank you for joining us on another Ludicrous Feed video. This morning I wanted to talk to you all about how governments can encourage their citizens to buy electric vehicles. I'm going to talk about the Hong Kong experiment and also talk about my top 5 tips for how governments can achieve this goal of encouraging their citizens to buy electric vehicles. So in Hong Kong, Elon Musk has called the city the Beacon City. Now this is because in 2016, between April and December, there were 2,000 vehicles sold that were Teslas in that city-state. To give you a perspective, that is more than all the Tesla Model S and Model X's in Australia currently. In the corresponding period between April and December in 2017, there were only 32 vehicles sold. 32 versus 2,000. So what's the difference? So the Hong Kong government, before 2016, encouraged their citizens to buy electric vehicles by implementing a subsidy for the purchase of a new electric vehicle. Excuse me. That's a saving of basically $12,000 for every new Tesla Model S and Model X. They lifted this subsidy the following year. As you can see, there was a dramatic drop in the number of vehicles purchased. So that just goes to show you that governments can do their part and really help increase the number of electric car sales in their country. So that brings me to Tesla Tom's top 5 tips for governments to increase electric vehicle sales. So at number 5, this particularly relates to New South Wales, stamp duty. So stamp duty is a tax or levy charged for people buying a new vehicle, whether it's electric or internal combustion engine, and whether that's new or used. And for a Tesla Model S, which is about $100,000 or more, you're looking at paying $5,000 worth of stamp duty. Sure, this is a tax, helps the government, revenue and all that kind of thing. But to the average person, it's $5,000 kind of down the drain. It doesn't mean much to them. So I think if the governments want to encourage initially the purchase of electric vehicles, get rid of that tax, just to help boost sales for a short amount of time until electric vehicles become more mainstream. So we've seen that with property. Stamp duty also applies to property, purchase of any new or used property. Sometimes the government has a rebate or a discount for first-time buyers on stamp duty, and that certainly helps increase stamp duty, increase first-time purchases. We can do the same thing for electric vehicles with stamp duty as well. Number 4 is vehicle registration. So vehicle registration for passenger vehicles in New South Wales is about $500 to $600 currently. Just a temporary lift. Either a full or partial discount on this vehicle registration will help go a long way to encourage electric vehicle purchase. Let me tell you that. At number 3, now this is going to be my favourite because Sydney-siders in particular drive so much around town, is the use of carpool lanes or bus lanes. In Sydney we have our version of the carpool lane, which is called a T3 or T2 lane. Essentially means the same thing. You need to have at least 2 or 3 passengers sitting in your vehicle to use these lanes. And let me tell you now, the traffic in Sydney is so bad that if we would implement this measure, people would certainly go out and buy an electric car. Whether it's a Tesla that's $100,000, or a Nissan Leaf, which is a lot cheaper, or a BMW i3, or even the new Jaguar I-Pace coming out in October, which I'm a bit excited about. So the use of carpool lanes, use of the bus lanes in the city, in busy urban areas, that would be very handy as well. Being able to share the bus lanes with these guys ahead of me. We know hired cars and taxis can use bus lanes as well, so why not electric vehicles, just initially to help bring the revolution sooner. Number 2, this is my second favourite, the toll roads. Now toll roads, we've got lots of toll roads in Sydney. We've got every single freeway basically in Sydney is a toll road. I spent 4 weeks in California and the west coast of the US, and I didn't encounter a single toll road. Yet in Sydney, which has got a population smaller than Los Angeles, has got, at last count, I think 5 or 6 toll roads already. So if you go anywhere in Sydney, you're going to have to pay something. So if we can get a full or partial discount for toll road operators to pass on to their users via the government, I think that would be great. And that would, again, given how many hours Sydney-siders spend in their cars each week, I think that would help them purchase electric vehicles. And the number one top tip for governments to help bring about the electric revolution, drumroll please, power bills. Now, power bills currently in this city and in this country are a big issue. Power prices keep going up. And I think if we're going to encourage electric vehicles usage in this country and city, we're going to have to subsidize power for charging our electric cars. Now, currently that's already a reality for me. AGL, one of the major electricity providers in this state, has a $1 deal where I pay $1 every single day, 365 days in a year, and I can charge my car as much as I want. So, for example, yesterday I charged almost 30 kilowatt hours worth of electricity. At current electricity rates, that would have been about $4.50, $5. At peak hours, that's probably about almost $20 really, at 60 cents per kilowatt hour. So I'm only paying $1 for that. And when I had my meter installed by the electrician from AGL, he told me that that I was around the 100th subscriber for that plan. And Model Mick tells me that AGL are only allowing 500 subscribers for this plan. So there's some capacity for more, but it's not going to last forever, obviously. I don't know how long it's going to last for me personally. Hopefully they grandfather it for me. That would be very nice. I doubt it very much, but I'm going to enjoy it while I still have it. $1 per day. But going forward, that's another way governments can encourage more people buying electric cars. That's a substantial saving. If you're saving that much on fuel every week, and again, how many kilometers an hour Sydney-siders spend driving their cars, that would certainly help go a long way. Alright, well there you have it. That's my top 5 tips on how we can bring the electric revolution sooner in this city. The government needs to play their part. Again, if you're a politician, love to have you sitting next to me here. We can have a chat about that. We can argue the merits of having those measures or some that you can think of. If you've got some measures you can think of to help you purchase an electric vehicle, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Alright, thank you for watching everyone, and wherever you are in this world today, have a lovely day, and as always, happy charging. Hey, thanks for watching, and thank you for helping us to bring the electric vehicle revolution to Australia. If you've enjoyed our videos, please take a moment to hit subscribe. We really appreciate it. If you're close to buying a brand new Tesla, then lucky you. Use one of our promo codes on screen to unlock special goodies from Tesla. Happy charging!